one red, pour out the Jameson for ancestors to swig.
You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the mother do. You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the mother do.
Thank you for tuning to the Black Fathers Initiative of Cleveland. Make sure you guys click the link in the bio, like, subscribe, you know what to do. Really appreciate all the love and all the subscribers. So, back with some more Dr. Holly. Now, she's going to be talking about positivity, and I guess toxic positivity, which is something new to me. I've never heard of this before. So, when I heard her talk about it, I'm like, hey, maybe this is something something that could be shared, because I do feel like there are people out there who definitely are just like super positive and act like there's nothing negative in the world. And, as somebody on the outside looking in, I'm like, hey, man, that's, hey, if they're always positive and always upbeat, then that's always good, because that means they always bring a good vibe around me. I know I try to be positive as much as I possibly can, but I never knew that you could be so positive that you're toxic, like you're toxically positive. So let's check out what she has to say. And then, of course, I'm going to jump in.
All right, please explain what is toxic positivity.
No, toxic positivity. Yeah, that's a big one. Toxic positivity has to do with always putting on that happy face. It is always about everything is good, I'm all right. It's putting a positive spin on things that may not necessarily need a positive spin. You'll hear expressions like good vibes only. Bobby McFerrin made this song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. All like, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But they don't tell you that sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel is an oncoming train.
Well, damn. Not an oncoming train.
Toxic positivity invalidates people's feelings. It highlights and accentuates the positive, but denies and negates anything negative. Now, I'm a positive person. We can argue that. Toxic positivity never allows anything negative in. That's very dangerous. And so when people feel emotions that they may not be proud of, if they're not feeling happy, they stuff it. If you're around a person who only, you tell me a story, they put on a happy face. Well, look at the bright side. All these euphemisms that we use to hide behind. It's very dangerous. In my practice, all emotions, raw ones, they are right there on the surface. And if you come into my office and try to put on that face, we're gonna slice it down. We're gonna get down to the actual feeling, because I want you to be heard, I want you to be seen, I want you to be felt, and I want you to be understood. That's what people are really looking for. And a lot of times we put a happy face on something because we don't want to feel the pain. Because when a person shares their pain with us, it triggers our own, and we don't want to face it, so we have to put something on it to cover it up. I don't even give clients tissues when they cry. Is that not compassionate? No, because tissues say, stop crying. I trust that person knows how to take care of him or herself. If you're crying, let those tears flow. Another dangerous one that I find is that spiritual one, spiritualizing life. I'm a spiritual person, but there's a whole lot of pain. I mean, the people who say that, your Savior died on a cross. Was that painful? I know he had to do it. Was that painful? Funerals have become celebrations of life. Have you noticed that? I don't know if you've been to any funerals lately.
Yeah.
Very rarely are they called funerals. They're called celebrations of life. So
that.
People are even shamed or afraid to grieve properly. You feel bad if you cry. Someone died. But we have to celebrate life. You know, the uplifting music, they playing the tamarines, are shaking, shaking, everybody's working, working. No. Allow people to feel what they feel. Even in our culture, how many days do we give when a person loses someone? 3. 3 days of grief. Get back to work.
Cold as ice, Teddy. It's cold as ice.
It's cold as ice. It's colder than ice, if that's possible. So toxic positivity is dangerous. Now, it's different from optimism. You can be optimistic, have an optimistic personality and outlook on life, but to never allow anything negative in, first of all, it's not real, but it's very dangerous.
All right, so, yeah. I will say, though, I don't mind. I think that funerals are considered a celebration of life because, I mean, funeral and death, we all, I don't know. I personally will say that I like it. I'd rather call it a celebration of life than a funeral. I'd rather be there remembering the good times and reminiscing on the good times than sitting there thinking about, you know what I mean, him dying or them dying, because I'm going to have to think about that for the rest of my life because they're no longer here. So why not celebrate their life and the things that they accomplished and the people that they helped and stuff like that? Because, I mean, you're still going to bury them. You're still the same thing, funeral. You still got to wake and repast and all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, but I definitely understand where she's coming from with the toxic positivity. Because sometimes you can be so positive that it's disgusting, where people be like, come on, bro, like, your life just, yeah, I know everything ain't, you know what I mean? Even to the point where sometimes it even makes you question that person, like, come on, man, like, everything in your life can't be perfect. Like, it's just not possible. You know what I mean? But I definitely understand. I don't know any toxic positive people, though, personally. Like, people I know, listen, we keep it positive. We definitely keep it positive. But we definitely talk about things that are on our mind, negative things and things that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, we definitely get our negative stuff out. Just put it like that. We don't keep everything. Everything we try to be positive, especially when it comes to our kids and stuff like that. But, you know, when the negativity comes, definitely acknowledge it. And you keep it moving, man. Because, honestly, like she said, I mean, I don't look at it as toxic for real. Like, when I get a negative thought, I want that thought going out my head as soon as possible. Like, the negative thought, I don't want that negative thought to affect my decisions for the rest of the day. Or I don't want that negative thought to make me have a negative day. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, what you think is what you are. So if you're sitting there thinking about bad things and negative things, then your day's probably going to be a negative day. So that's the only thing I would say about that, is that I understand where she's coming from, where for some people it may become, you know, unbearable, and you be, you know, holding stuff in and things of that nature. But personally, I just don't think that, I think that, you know, keeping negativity out the way and staying positive in all the things that you do will probably get you a better outcome than, you know, being negative about it. Once again, I'm not saying hold in your negative emotions. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to yell, go somewhere and yell. You know what I'm saying? If you feel some type of way, you can always go work out. That's also a good way to, you know, relieve stress and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know any toxically positive people, but I definitely understand where she's coming from. So once again, dope interview. Appreciate the love. Thanks for stopping by. www.blackfathersofcleveland.com. Peace.